Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Aloha Friday. This is Jeeves here, the Avocado Show, with my usual suspects hanging out. And we've already caught up and talked quick story, and I'm gonna be doing a stretch, literally 2.5 hours, and then I have to do a hard stop and handle some business. I will definitely, whatever donos are left out hanging, I'm definitely gonna come back tomorrow and finish that up as well. So. Like I said, happy Aloha Friday to you. If you're seeing this on YouTube as a VOD, thanks for coming and checking this out. If you want to join us for the stream or for the Wheel of Cheese, the link is down below. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So here we go. What we're going to do right now is we're going to start with the donos, and maybe the last 2 or 3 before I dig out, we'll do some Wheel of Cheese. So let's just go ahead, and we're going to start right now with Lisa Wolf. Lisa, how are you? And happy Aloha Friday to you. And thank you. Very kind, courteous dono there. Appreciate that. So let's see what we got going on here. So Lisa would like us to listen to an artist, Open Mike Eagle. And the name of the track is Airplane Boneyard. I guess maybe this is going to be, you said in the style it's going to be hip-hop, perhaps. Open Mike Eagle is one of my favorite rappers out there today that I've shared a few pieces by him already. This is a live-to-tape performance of a track from his album, Anime, Trauma, and Divorce. That probably can happen all in one sentence, literally, in that order. It's a wonderful and wonderfully captured vocal performance. All right, so straight to tape. I like that. That's giving us some depth there. Get some analog vibes going on. All right, guys, is you ready? Let's go. All right.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All of this time, 1 2 1 2. All of this time, woo! All of this time, 1 2. Yeah. We just wanted to try. We just wanted to try. Used to know where we stood. We used to be good, but I don't know why. We just wanted to live. We just wanted to live like you. Didn't none of us knew the little ones grew as fast as they did. Spent a whole time and busted my ass. At the end of that road, it wasn't no cast. Left my scene to walk my own road, but then
I love that he opens up with a little bit of a melodic charge to it.
Most of my life, and I don't know why. Learned so much and finding my style, but none of that shit applies to right now. 30 gay pounds, 30 gay pounds, 30 gay tape that's never rewound. All I have left is where it is now, but none of us here know how it went down. All of my sweat, all of my work, and nothing that's left except for rebirth. All I got left is hunger and thirst, and really can't say what none of it's worth. Like, woo! We just wanted to try. We just wanted to try. Used to know but we
super
stood,
sexy,
used
funky,
to be good, but I don't know why. We just wanted
sultry,
to live.
Motownish, yeah.
We just wanted to live like you. Didn't none of us knew the little ones grew as fast as they did. Woo, let me assemble my shit. Woo, one more piece and that's it. Woo, roll that window up quick and hear me get loud. Talk so much shit. Fuck, that's me busting my head. Fuck, that's me busting my ass. Woo, used to know where we stood, but used to be good. I wasn't gonna ask. Wait, we all wanted the same.
I love the enunciation.
Feel the way that chain swing. Want to pilot them down planes. We all chasing them same wings. We gon' grow cause I said so. Underground cause my bread low. Dirty uniform worn thin. We gon' see where that thread go. I ain't got no more armor. I was okay.
I love that.
No more armor. I was okay wherever we went. I was okay wherever we went.
I love the swimminess of the pads.
We went. Now I ain't got no more armor. I was okay wherever we went. I was okay wherever we went. Now I ain't got no more armor. I was okay wherever we went.
Oh, that's it? Oh, wow, what a short video. I loved when as he opened up with more of a melody. Because I mean the track, and after reading it, understanding he was, you know, a hip hop rap and he did rapping and stuff, Lisa, the way you said, I was already prepping that he was going to jump off, you know, with how do you guys, his rhymes or his poetry and stuff. But he actually opened up with a really, like, I was going, oh, check this guy's voice, which is probably some hidden magic of an artist like him. And I also, the cadence, the rhythmical cadence of what he had, he stayed in that and I like that because the flow of the track was super sexy. I mean, didn't you think? I mean, I thought it was really super sexy, and the kind of adjacent keyboard sound there, it was a lot more swimmier and a lot more, you know, maybe more of a chorusy flange combo. And there were a couple of things that came up and kind of snuck up and got you a little bit, like a little sound work or a little swelling dynamic pad or something. But I guess this is too, and the way you explained it, and this is a one-off. So, in other words, this is straight to recording and stuff. So somebody had asked earlier if perhaps that maybe was a riffing or if this was a reperformance of an existing song. That I don't know. Lisa would probably know a little more about that. But it was really, 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 really smooth. Or like Claim is saying, you know, a smooth flow that kind of predictable in the right way. Yeah, exactly. That is a better way of me putting it. So, anyhow, thank you so much, Lisa, and I hope you're doing well. I know you're being very quiet right now, aren't you? No, wait, who had the hangover? Was it Lisa or Espy? I forgot. It's Bobo. Anyhow, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and that was very kind of you with your dono. Next up is Blind Element. Blind Element would like us to check out. This is a band or an artist, Ever Forthright. The name of the song is Techinflux, or Techinflux. A little message there is, hey Jeebs, what's up? How are you? How you doing, Blind Element? Yes, let's go for metal. Let's go for metal. I spent a lot of time trying to pick a song in a band that would be new to you and that Double A wouldn't beat me to. So this is going to be probably really proggy then, right? Because that's Double A's 7-layer dip there on metal. And I landed on this track. They are a progressive metal band from Long Island, New York, formed in 2008. From what I read, all members of the band are classically trained jazz musicians. Wow. Think about that. Classically trained jazz musicians. Jeez. That means they can go 7 ways a Sunday in every direction. They get a lot of comparison to Periphery. Oddly, they only have 3,400 monthly listeners on Spotify. They dropped this album named after the song last year, and I listened to it multiple times a week. It just hits and checks all the right boxes for me. All right, let's see what Blind Element is excited about with this band. And I don't know. I don't think Double A is here, so you got the leg up on them with this one. Let's go. We're not even out of the first measure. I've already made all my twerk faces. Drifting in space kind of vibe, yeah? Into the unknown. You hear how low that last note is on the bass? Yep, I wasn't ready for that. God, that kind of glass jaw tone in the guitars is so insane. That little macabre vibe in the back with the organs. It seemed like it would be an organ pad, but could be guitar work. Give me guitar work. Oh, that's what I'm hearing.
Seems like there's nothing the matter. Like we don't even care. We find there's nothing the matter. When we are unaware. When we are unaware.
I like that part of the percussive pattern. The dun 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 dun.
When we are unaware. And where is the sequel to the creed that you know what about? You know what about? That clearly concedes you can take or leave what you want to.
Man, there's a lot of going on in that background work and that support composition.
Where it says you don't have to submit to coexist. To coexist. To coexist. When the world sleeps in disaster.
Did anybody hear that? I thought I heard something like that. That made me go, lurch, what? Huh? What? You know, at least the fact that the backing track, the guitars, definitely sound like they're, you know, doubled manually, which is making it interesting for me. You see, nothing here that we hear, even though it's ambient, I don't think is any keyboard. I think it's all being done by guitars. I mean, layering, obviously. Wow, what a crazy section right there. You see, in my mind, as classically trained jazz musicians, parts like this at the opening and some of the parts in the middle and stuff kind of reek of that, pulling from that creative jazz thinking and just using kind of like the support beam of the classical composition to be there, but going deeper into that psychedelic jazzy kind of vibe to pull these kind of arrangements. Oh, that's nice. See, this is where the jazz is really coming into play here with the lead guitar work for the guitar. Yeah, I said that. I'm getting a chiropractic adjustment just listening to this track. Yeah, it is very Ravel, actually. I didn't think about it till you brought it up. Trippy. Give us a little dissonant chord change right there.
Seems like there's nothing to matter. Like we don't even care. We find there's nothing to matter. When we are unaware. When we are unaware. Seems like there's nothing to matter. Like we don't even care. We find there's nothing to matter. When we are unaware.
Had to handle business. Was there more of a Between the Buried and Me or an Vengeful 7 vibe here? Or is there a combo? Yeah, Ice Stars, that's another one. There's another one too. It's not Archetype, but there's another one too. Another band that has pianists in there. Of the same ilk. God, I love when these guys do the bendy string thing. And how they get that right all the time. Tesseract, yes, thank you. Oh, how are they doing that? That's badass. They must be in like Drop Beetlejuice. Wow. I like how there's a little bit of a tug of war rhythmically here. Jesus. It's like the chaotic ending. Actually, for the guitar player to keep through this. How many steps have we gone down? 7 steps in this last minute and a half? Jesus. God, that sounds like my waistband as I'm getting older and getting fatter. It keeps stretching and getting... That was bone crushing, man. That was just so bone crushing how they did that. But you're right. Isn't that funny, guys? It's the truth. It sucks, but it's the truth. That whole thing, Blind Element, that you were talking about with the the classically trained jazz musicians doing this metal. I mean, there was for me, like I could hear what that infusion was, but they did take it to the ridiculous, you know. And I don't mean ridiculous bad, like they just took it to the ridiculous metal. I've always wondered, really truly, with bands like Tesseract or Archetype or these guys or even Periphery, you know, where there's such incredibly talented musicians. They come from different parts of the education realm. And even when I did the interview with the guitar player of Periphery, his love for string arrangements and stuff like that, there's that beauty and that whole grasp on that angle of influence, yet they thrive on the darkest parts of metal. And I've always found that really fascinating. You know, and also the light infusion of it. There's very musical things that were happening, and there are very dissonant things were happening there as well. That last minute and a half of like the bendy string thing going down half, you know, semi-chromal, semi-chromatic, you know, steps, and bending all the way through, and being perfect in that bend pitch, you know, was just mind-numbing. And also the way the drums kind of took off on their own for a little bit there, so that who was holding the tempo was actually the the guitar player was, you know, having to keep that lock in there. So yeah, that was pretty special for me. And also like I said, the glassy tone, very unique tone of the guitars too. How long is this? Oh, this was only released 7 months ago. Yeah, so once again, this is that push forward in your face, you know. So, okay, next up. By the way, thank you guys. I'm so sorry I did that. I've never done that in my life, but I couldn't miss that phone call from the hospital giving me pre-op stuff. I had to hit that and get that handled, and I'm glad I did, because they did change something on me, but it's manageable. Thank you. I apologize again. Thank you very much, Rotten. Next up, Judgment Kazi. Oh, we got a bunch of people kind of snuck in under the wire here. And Hot Chicken and Diapers coming in too. Let me see. Judgment, how are you, my friend? We are doing a band of which the name I cannot... Yeah, I'm not even... I don't even know. Ningen Isu. The name of the band is Ningen Isu. The name of the song is Oduro Issunboushi, if I think I said that right. And the message is, here's a little something for the post-surgery vacation. What are you talking about? We're going to listen to it right now. Hey, Jeeves, since this could be the last stream for a while, I figured I would throw you a real interesting track. So this is a band, Ningen Isu, or Human Chair. Okay, gotcha. They're a wacky three-piece band that I sent you nearly a year ago. This time I sent you the song Oduro Issunboushi, the dance of the one-inch man. Sorry, I just got affected by that because my ex-girlfriend used to... Well, it doesn't matter. The lyrics essentially are the raw, unfiltered anger. Fictional character for Japanese mythology who cursed by the gods to be 1 inch tall until he was a demon to save the princess who hits him with a magic mallet. There's something just odd about everything. Making him normal again. Oh, is that all it takes? Is a mallet? Okay. We'll have to work on that the next blue pill I take. All right, guys, here we go. He says, enjoy it, but it's a creepy track. So here we go, Judgment. All right. We're all in the gutter. It's live, too. Loving that. Pretty distortion on bass. Well, he just kicked it clean, I think.
So
fat, rich tones though for 3 members. I love the jerk that he kicks in on the bass when he's doing that. KEKW mean? I've seen that pop up quite a few in the stream. I like what he's putting into this as the performance. Really means something to him. Thanks, 1 a.m. I didn't know what that meant. God, these guys are putting on a great show, that's for sure. Looks like the guitar player still has a tag on there. He's got to get it back to the pawn shop after the show or something. God, this is really super, super raw and organic. God, that lead work reminds me of something. Oh, what is it? Audio files, help. I mean, even matching the tone really well. Yeah, there is a Tommy Aomoy on that one. But there was some phrasing in there that was going on that's really like tipping the hat to the 70s. It's like black metal mushroom. It's like black metal psilocybin, you know, influenced. But it's embodying, though. What I love about this and his performance and all that, it embodies what this music is. I mean, dark, black metal-y, witchcrafty. Count me in to mess that all up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They tease us a little bit before they light one off. You know what? There's no two ways about it that I got to put that on we got to put that on the bingo card, right? No two ways about it. Jesus, you should make that the center square. The music was as raw and authentic as could be, with that black metal kind of tone and vibes and stuff like that. The musicianship, but really, what really made this work for me through and through was just watching the performance. Just coupling both what the musicians were doing. Well, the main guy on the bass, his antics and just where he was in it to win it. Albeit it's a concert, and I think somebody else had mentioned here earlier that that this is kind of par for their shows. Like, they're very energetic in the sense that they put everything they can into it and give you kind of a musical theater vibe. But this was like a dark metal musical theater vibe with him, and plus for myself, the way he looked, the bald, very fair skin, and the traditional Japanese wear and stuff like that. It was a new experience for me. But as far as the music was concerned, they really just kind of sat around on about 2 to 4 chords, back and forth, giving us different dynamics, a little quieter, clean tones and stuff, and then getting darker and clean and darker. I thought at the second, towards the end, when they started going into double time, I thought that's how they were going to take it out. But they brought it right back into this just really throaty, darker, like, kind of going down a muddy drain. Like, sorry for the ASMRs, but that's how I was feeling about it. I don't know how you guys felt about it. I see you guys clapping, but yeah. And so, but I liked it. I was fully entertained through the whole thing. Completely entertained. 0 yawns. Same as it ever was. Yeah. There was that Black Sabbath thing in there. Matter of fact, the Tommy Iommi thing that, I don't know if that's how you say his name, that I think Snows in Australia brought up too. There's some very similar tones. Do you know? Okay. Let's see what we got right now, folks. I do want to remind you that I'm on a short leash today. I'm going straight until I can't go anymore, which is still about another 2 hours. And if I don't get to your donos, I am going to come back tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to be my last stream until I'm recovered from surgery. So I just want to let you guys know. So, hot chick in a diaper, and drops in, is very kind and generous on the dono, and then leaves. I don't even, you're in, you're out, it doesn't matter. thank you for coming in and saying, how's it? And I'm always stoked to do your music, your requests here, because you always come up with some really good, unique stuff. Oh, look, here's something completely different. So from Hot Chick in a Diaper, this is a band called the Swell Season. And the name of the song is Alone Apart. And the song is the Swell Season is a folk rock duo. In 2008, they won an Academy Award for the Best Original Song. All right. That was my Shrek face. Remember that in Shrek 1 when he turns, he goes to Donkey, he goes... I didn't do it as good as that, though. I wanted to suggest this song because of how well the composition as a whole conveys the message of pain. To me, it's one of the most raw examples of how music is a tangible expression of emotion. All right, Hot Chick in a Diaper, we're doing this. Thank you so much. You know you're going to be watching this on the VOD, so thank you very much. Let's go. This is the Swell Season, and the name of the song is Alone Apart. I like the vibro vibe to it. Kind of reminds me of a twin reverb vibe. For those of you who know what a twin reverb is.
Have I been here? How many times have we lost? And how many times have we drowned in the sea if you weren't there to rescue me? We're sailing
Wow.
every night. We're drifting alone.
I love that little tug of war between the minor major there and the drift back here. Beautiful.
Want to show that we're in need, but I'd heal your wounds if you bleed.
You're right. Hot Chick in a Diaper, beautifully painful. Sounds like a stringed instrument, but
How many times have I hurt you? And how many times have you? And how many times I've been on my knees, begging, begging, please.
beautiful, beautiful voice, but it hurts.
Forgive me.
Oh, I love that little nuance arrangement in the back. Sounds like you're getting a long lost send or return actually from a reverb.
We're sailing. We're sailing every night.
This is beautiful. I've never.
We're drifting. We're drifting alone apart.
That is so, so pretty.
To show that we're in need, but I'd hear your words if you bleed. Thank you for being so patient with me. I I've been weaker than I ought to be. The desperate jealousy blinded my mind and I couldn't see how you trying for me.
Yeah, Hot Chick in a Diaper, you're right. That's a very soulful pulling track, especially with the tone of her voice, the pain and the beauty of her voice coupled, through that. And especially somebody had just mentioned the fact that this was a track where it's just guitar with subtle arrangements and her. But that minor major uniqueness in the bridge, or I don't know if maybe that was the chorus. I couldn't... Nothing definitively stands out as like a typical pop culture style chorus on it, but what does stand out is those beautiful melody and the chord changes that were supporting when going into this minor major kind of vibe that was happening there in a very unique way. I've never quite ever heard anything quite like that. I mean, literally never heard anything quite like that, and it caught me off guard, and it was beautifully painful. Does that make sense? Her voice was stunning, staying right in that beautiful volume pocket, and the guitar playing was great, the nice little arrangements, but man, that little section there was a real get for right here, very painful. And I like the title. It really fits, Alone Apart, as if it's an ode to admitting the pain while being alone apart from... Okay, I'm not gonna... That's just what it... Okay, forget it. Anyhow, thank you very much, Hot Chick in a Diaper. That was very kind of you. Definitely appreciate that. Okay, next up is going to be... Hey, Lacrimosa, how are you? How you been? You hanging out back there? Kind of looking around. I hope you're doing well. Oh, we're going to be doing some more metal. Lacrimosa is bringing us some metal here, guys, so I hope you're ready for this. Oh no, it's a Wacken. It's a Wacken show. And so that means it's going to be probably an extremely powerful, ballsy track. The name of the band is Darkest Hour. The song is Doomsayer, The Beginning of the End, live. And the message is, hey ya! What's up, buddy? You commented last week about the strength of the melody and how well it works for them, so I figured I would share a live performance. Oh, good. Let's go. Of course, I know that when I export this to YouTube, it's going to get video blocked, so I'll have to put my little piece of artwork over it, but at least we get to see this live here. So let's go. This is from Lacrimosa. All right.
It is fantastic to rock with you.
Jeez, look at that.
Fuck yeah! Fucking, you guys have been fucking amazing. We got one more, and then our good friends in fucking Black Dahlia Murder are gonna kill it.
Wow. They're a great band as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so fucking much for checking us out, for supporting this show.
There's a lot of fucking going on there.
Heavy fucking metal! We're Darkest Hour, everybody. Prost. You are the only one with a brutal little turn inside. With compassion in a little trap. Burn the light, see the light of the sky. So come with me. I'll be your Doomsayer. Show you everything. Never see behind borrowed eyes. You're living in the end. You're not alone.
That's work there. You're killing it. Like there's a change, there's a definitive change of energy there, even though it gets more aggressive in its performance. God, the bass tone it sounds great for the live mix. God, the drummer is square as fly.
Let me see your horns in the fucking air.
There's a unique little twist in the arrangements here. A little hopefulness. I just noticed they tented it. I guess it was pouring. Little neoclassical vibes there. This has a little bit of an 80 metal flair to it right here.
Who can save you? Nothing good, nothing matters. And I will pray you. Look in the mirror and come with me. I'll be your Doomsayer. Show you everything, never see, be like for all night. You'll see in time. Thank you so fucking much, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.
So that was their last track. They absolutely freaking crushed it. The one thing about it is there was that little section there where it got a little lighthearted and lifted metal, if you would. It kind of reminded me a little bit along the lines of, oh my God, I'm going to embarrass myself. What was the name of the band that did Welcome to the Jungle? There was a little bit of a melodic thrash in there that kind of reminded me a little bit of that band. Oh yeah, Guns N' Roses. Sorry. You already have that on the bingo card, right? Jeeves Forgets. So there was a little bit of that. There was a little turnaround in the middle of that kind of like, well, okay, this is different because they already sunk their teeth into the darkness, into the heaviness of what they established, and then they gave us a little bit of a, kind of a positive lift on it and stuff. I've always wondered what happened on shows like this when it rains out or something like that, because I noticed, not that has anything to do with the song or anything, but I noticed that it was tented. It was pouring on the outside. Also, one of the things that I really enjoy when I watch live, it's just hearing the beautiful imperfections of a lot of things, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying bad tempo, wrong notes or anything like that. There's just something about it, and so I kind of, that's why I love doing live videos that are live, whether it's orchestral or whatever it is because there's just something about the human experience, about watching musicians out there doing what they do the best, just watching them in the moment and griffing and riffing away. That's the way I see it. Excuse me. What is it? Not Fest? What are you guys laughing at me? I notice you guys are making old man jokes about me on the stream, It's happening, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting older. You guys are supposed to protect the old guy at all cost. I'm okay. Stand by. Okay, next up is take my Metamucil. No, I have my Ensure. You know? So. Okay, here we go. Next up, DJ Tambor. DJ Tambor's in the house with us. Yes. Why? You don't want me to do it yet, DJ? No? Yeah? No? Should I skip you? Is that what you're saying? Oh, there you go. Okay, good. No, you're saying let's go. Oh, guys, we get to do a game now. This is our first game. But guess what? It's an OST, but it looks like what I just got through saying, how much I love live performances. So this one is called YS6, and the song is Release of the Far West Ocean. And this is composed by Hayato Sonora and arranged by Masashi Jill Okagaki. Masashi Jill Okagaki. This is the live rendition of the YS6 opening intro theme of the game. Enjoy the vocals. Okay, what is that going to be, like an auto thing? Okay, let's do this. DJ Tambor is throwing it in the house. Let's go. Sa. Okay. I like what he's wearing. Sounding very Styx, that opening. Even those vocals, that's got that 80 vibrato. The arrangements in the melody does have a little bit of a symphonic model thing, metal thing. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the vocalist from Dream Theater. I think it's because of the vibrato. There's Styx. That's a Styx influence there. You guys remember that band, right? We were born in the 1900s, you're right. Up there's Jordan. Very Dream Theater there, yeah? He got bent right into that other note. Perfect timing. Did everything within. Yeah, he has a range there when he does stuff like that. Ba-da-da-da-da.
声で光る君の最後の星をそう手につかむ時そこに何が生まれだろう世界の果てにまで心が止まる
Ha, what? Hey, turn up. What's up, buddy? Welcome. Tally ho! Yeah! They crushed it, man. There's no two ways about it. That band absolutely crushed it. But it did. It had like a little Dream Theater. It had a little bit of the Waken sound. The guy's vocals fully reminded me of more of the thrash metal-y kind of vibes. Kind of that 80s things going on there. But it was melodic in that way where almost when I listen to even some of the more gnarlier metal bands from Japan and stuff like that, there's always a sense of uniqueness and melody and stuff like that. Even if they go to a place that's really dark and chuggy and you know, soulless as far as the darkest metal vibes and stuff like that, somewhere in their twist, they always go to a place where it's really melodic, you know? And that's what I was picking out on this one. And I also, like I said, I liked his, he definitely had some good intervals in his singing. So he's a very seasoned heavy metal rock kind of vibe there. That keyboard solo though, that keytar solo was fire, absolutely fire. And and it reminded me of Jordan Rudess. So it was everything from like the Dream Theater style to the Nightwish kind of vibe, just without the bigger orchestral aspects of the Nightwish, but with the chord changes and the melody. God dang it. Who's got bingo already? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, fuck. It's just not my day, guys. I put my hand here in between. Well, I can't stretch it out long, right there. And when I moved it back, I had my pinky in there, and I moved it back like this, and it squished it. And that's my favorite finger on my guitar neck. Oh, shit. Now I'm going to have to call for another operation surgery on my pinky, please. Hello. Mucus Well BMD. Oh, my gosh. Anyhow, guys, sorry about that. I apologize. There's not complications, but they want to be really, really sure about this, what's going on here, because the surgery is happening literally right next to my optic nerve. And the doctor says, he goes, you know, there's this little thing that potentially could be punctured, which holds the liquid of your brains together. I go, what are you telling me? If you flap my tire, my brain's going to drain or something. He goes, well, you know. Anyhow, I apologize, guys. Thank you for you know, letting me be old and have to deal with this stuff while we're streaming. I'm just saying, right? Anyhow, I really did like this band a lot, and I'm really excited too, because a lot of things on this stream has been live, and you know that's just what I got. You know, that's my shtick, you know, and I love watching live musicians and stuff. And actually, oh, by the way, Quado, has returned with a vengeance. So I fully ruptured my hernia again over the weekend. Last time, right after our last stream, ruptured it again. And I can't even begin to deal with Quado until at least July. This whole surgery has to deal with this. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a fucking mess. I'm okay though. There's no pain in this one. I don't know why. There's no pain. You know, so it's yeah. I'm just having a moment, guys. It's just This is just my life right now. I'm not bummed. I accept it with all, with getting old. But Jesus Christ, Christy the Beastie. Well, here's what happened, just briefly. When you guys remember I had the surgery last July, right? The hernia surgery. What I elected to do was not use the mesh. So hernia treatments now, they'll take a mesh and kind of sew it into it as they put the meat suit together, and a mesh underneath it. And that mesh will act as an area where it'll scar against that and seal it. I decided not to do it because I've heard there's been quite a few problems with the mesh. It could be a real big deal. So I talked with my doctor, and the doctor says, well, I can sew it, but you know that if I just sew it, you know, there's X amount of chance that not only it can come back, but actually it can come back in one of the areas where I poke a hole in your meat suit. And I'm like, all right, well, let's try it. Well, needless to say, it doesn't work. So this next time around, I'm going to have to go for the frickin' mesh. So, you know, or just deal with Quado. I just ordered from Amazon one of those umbilical mid-bracey things that, you know, holds up against my umbilical thingy area so that I can, I don't know. I'm a freaking mess. Oh, shit. I'm good, though, guys. We're just going to have to expand the bingo card. That's all. All right, let's get back. Getting older is fun. Let's get back into the game, guys. I need to briefly refresh everything. And okay, next up. Oh, coming in from left field, hitting one out of the park. You know who it is, guys. Makuzia, how are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. You probably were coming in right when I was coming off the phone from the hospital and telling you all my gory stories about my old man life. It's so funny. It's like even in the chat they talk about me being old man that I forget. And what's really funny is I do forget. Oh shit. Anyhow, yes, a corset. Of course I have a corset. Okay, Makuzia, thank you so much. That was very kind and very generous. That's going to buy me extra Jell-O at the hospital. Ouch. Okay, here we go. Makuzia would like us to check out more live. Thank you. This is an anime, Sword Art Online, and the song is Sword Art Online Medley. It's a live orchestra. Are you guys ready for this? This is wonderful. I love this. Let's go. Thank you, Makuzia. Look at that giant bass drum. Very unique sound with just 2 violins. Gives you more of a folksy vibe. I like the marchiness of the pizzicato. This must be a fun part of the game where it's kind of discovery. Kind of a noble European angle to the arrangements. Sounded like a really fun part of the game. Very lighthearted. It's like a glorious moment, you know, probably something in this, in the sense of getting into the next kingdom or something like that. And the big gates are opening, and pretty. Odd mic setup. Did you see that? This must be a part of the game where there's a bit of a romance or some kind of love vibe involved, or close friendship. I like that little change right there. But doesn't this particular part here sounds a lot like, it's very celebratory, like at the end, like a celebration ride, if you would, like they're flying happily through the clouds or something, and a successful, achievement kind of vibe. This is a very well-constructed section here. One of the things that I'm just kind of... They would have put a little bit more of a room or a hall sound on it. I'm just being edgy that way, but... This is really nice. I know this is a medley, but it's really giving me a feel, believe it or not, without having to know anything about it, a little bit for the establishing scenes, if you would. Makuzia, is the original music also symphonic, or is this a symphonic rearrangement of the music? As kind of not a cover, but as an orchestral representation. Oh, it's almost like as if the engineer dropped the fader back really quick. Did you hear that? Very similar arrangement. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure like Makuzia is like each orchestrator or conductor will, whoever does orchestrating might take other liberties, if that's what you're probably talking about. I love the pull down on the energy here. Really nice. That last part of the arrangement there had a little left you on a suspended there. It almost sounded like there was a fourth on that. Or was that a second? It was really, really pretty. I really enjoyed it. And like I said earlier, Makuzi, I like the fact that since you said this was a medley from a game, that it did, in my mind, the theater of the mind, take me through what I would imagine would be happening in the game. And I think all of us, when we listen to music, especially in this capacity, especially in my case, having to create theater of the mind, that's that part of the thing where, you know, we allow the music to paint those pictures in our heads. Like, it sounds like it's like a bold attack going on. Or, it almost sounds like they're floating through this and all that. This did a really good job of that. I'm kind of curious on this harmonic symphony orchestra, if this is maybe part of a music school, like a major music school kind of a thing, or if it's not youth. They all look fairly young, though, without a doubt. They all look like they're in their 20s. Maybe it's from a college or something like that. I will say I enjoyed and I loved everything about it. Just for a half a second, being a little bit of an engineer snob, though, it would have been nice if there was, like I said earlier, if at least in this mix out, if they would have maybe just added a little bit more of a Hall sound to it. That was just my thing, because the intimacy of some of the instruments, like for instance, when the guy hit the tube bell, I don't know if you noticed that, the guy hits the first tube bell. It was a nice solid thing, but you could tell that the engineer was like, fuck. And dropped it down, like he jumped on the fader and dropped it down, because the second hit was half that power, you know, kind of a thing. And that's not a bad thing whatsoever. It's a fun thing for an engineer, for people to listen to and to go, I've done that before, you know, if that was the case, you know. But thank you very much, Makuzi. I appreciate that, and I'm so sorry I had to stop it in mid listen to handle my thing. So, and I know you guys, I came back and I know people are chirping and stuff. I don't take offense. You guys can rib me all you want, man. That's just the fun thing about being here, is like, you guys know you can use me as a punching bag, but I got a recovery default setting, you know. So, and I know it's not personal, I think. Anyhow, yeah, rib for pleasure. I read what you said there, Patty Cake. I got it, but then I took it up that extra level there. I was like, that was good. That was good. That was one of the best comebacks ever. I'm going to have to remember that. Oh, shit. I'll have to use that in one of my puppet shows with the kids, but not let them know what that means. That was great. Brah. Even Quado came out for an encore. Okay, next up is, let me see, what do I have here? I got to clear house here really quick. An update. Give me a second. Next up is Inksentia. Inksentia. Let's go. Inksentia wants us to check out band artist ZETA. ZETA. And so this song is called The Distance. And he said, well, you mentioned Tesseract, so I give you Tesseract. Is it Tesseract? But it's Zeta. But it's Zeta, you say it's Tesseract. I don't know. But it looks like Inksentia is bringing it to the house because I nudged. So let's go. I love this synthy vibe, man. It's giving me the aha vibe. Oh. Nice rubbery bass. Great synth sounds, man. And I love the 4 on the floor with the drums, just right in face, straight up. God, those synth toms. So nostalgic. Great blend with that synth and guitar. But I love that the synth has the precedence in the mix. I like that 30-second arpeggiation back there. I like that lead work. There was a little light arrangement that was unison with that lead work that made it sound so cool. Sounds like there might be more on it. A lot more video left. I kind of like this. Has a nice swimminess to it. This was a really fun track. I don't know why I was expecting a little more metally punchy out of it, but I really love the synthwave vibe on this. I think what it is too is that these are more modern day synth sounds that are being generated by different modules or modulators, if you would, all digitized compared to the old days in the analog and all the synths of the 80s and stuff like that. So there's still this kind of mirroring, if you would, of the 80s sound with just a little bit more cleaner and a crispy kind of vibe. Therefore, it can be placed differently and a little more punchier, perhaps. I don't know. But whoever it was that said they really dug the guitar on this, I totally am down with you, or you said the distortion or something. It sounded fantastic, but what I loved about that part too was the fact that it wasn't a solo. It was a very well-arranged lead part by the guitar. So what was happening is that it was a great sound, but I could have swore in unison just behind it, there was a little bit of keyboard work actually following it, note for note, but way in the back because there was some tail off stuff that made it sound really super cool. But I dug the track a lot. It gave me that purified 80s vibe without selling out. If that's a good way to put it, I don't know. I'm just saying. So, that's where the Tesseract would come in. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Thanks, Insedia. I really appreciate that. Okay, who's coming in now? We have A Coral Reefer is coming in. A Coral Reefer. is wanting us to check out a band called Bonobo. Bonobo, isn't that? That's a monkey, right? Bonobo? Bonobo monkeys? I don't know. Name of the track is Linked. The message is another one of my favorite artists. If you heard of him, you'll know that he produces great music. This song to me seems underrated, although it does have some views, but it's still a great song. All right. You nobo what I nobo, so we bonobo. I'm sorry. That's just, I should go. Bye. I like the unique choice of that first kick. I'm sure it'll beef up, but I love that. This is a great build-up. It's a nice slow grow without getting. It's still keeping the integrity of what the opening was. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, I love the subtle pad. Really pretty. Things in the background, I love that little sound of the piano in the back. Yeah, I mean, at this point, this is all about really great production. I mean, that's what I'm jiving to. I just don't know how they do that pulsating vibe. You know, that thing. Is that something that actually is happening just to that stem? It's like a BPM compression thing. I don't know. Any one of you producers out there that know, let me in on it. It's magic. Hola tanto corazón, ¿qué tal? Yeah, that makes sense, Alma. Oh, so that's all side chaining, okay. I always thought it was such a unique vibe because not the whole track is affected. But it's obviously that style of engineering has become such an important part of many genres. Bass line here, but I like they have this octave up or double octave. Bang, 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 bang. This sound, yeah, I like that. setter. You know what I mean? Ooh, that was a little unique show there, a little show and tell that was happening there as soon as some of the other stuff peeled away and we were listening or whatever that pattern was. And then as soon as the last part of that other arrangement dropped out, you can hear that there was something at the bottom that I thought it was actually part of the previous pattern. That, you know, and the thing is that as a composer, I really relied a lot on, you know, intermodule programming. You know, if you would, you pull up a nice patch, maybe do a little fixing and tweaking and playing around with, but I never became anywhere near, you know, the scientist level of, you know, really getting into it. And even though I know what fluttering is, Lisa, and stuff, that was not my thing. That's why I love to default to you or Amon or anybody who has that kind of technical. I mean, I can hear it, I just don't know what it means and stuff like that. As far as a piece of music, you know, like you guys know, this kind of music is what really puts me in a really good thinking space, you know? I as much as I love and I enjoy writing many different types of music and the can do's versus the ones I like to listen to is pretty different. And we've talked about that before. That's why that Sounds of Tranquility channel is just the most myopic, mellow, dumbest little things. But I gelled to that. I gelled to that vibe. I gelled to these vibes and stuff, and I let it sink me and do what music's supposed to do, is just put me in a vibe. You know? I mean, I could sit here with all of us, you know, slot machine over the most incredibly fusionistic, you know, proggy, riff salad, you know, meter changing craziness. I'm like, yeah. It's like watching a fireworks show. But after a while, I just like holding the sparklers and going, hey. I think like everybody else. Or maybe that's the old man in me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying. I really like this track a lot. I really enjoyed it. And where it puts my head and stuff, that's super cool beans. So thank you very much. Hey, Atrix, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Everybody say hi to Atrix. We got somebody hanging out, first timer. So let's give him a nice aloha here from our usual suspects. Okay, next up, I'm going to refresh my dish here. And next up is Tonto Corazon, and then after that is 1AM Bus. 1M Bus. 1M Bus. By the way, thank you 1AM for hanging out. Mod. He's modulating over the modding, and as well as Turnip is lurking back there too. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tonto Corazon, ¿qué quieres, mano? A ver, dame un momento. Okay. Un grupo Super Soul Bros. Bueno. Bob-Omb Battlefield. That's the name of the song. And Tonto Corazon is sending all of us in his message a happy Friday to the beautiful people. That's his aloha to you guys. Always love me some live performances, so here we go. This is from Tonto Corazon. I have no idea what style, but it looks like it's going to be fun. Maybe big band, maybe ska-esh, maybe jazz ska. I don't know what the ska, but here we skoo. I don't know why, but I just went right into Fred Sanford. You know if you know. The fried clave. mixed great. Engineer did a great job on this. I like the drummers keeping it square so the other stuff can carry. Give us the bounce of the bop. One of the most coolest soloing instruments, the bone. I always used the trombone in this fashion whenever I was doing animated stuff in the 90s for the drunken, you know, elephant or the monkey or something. The bass. Oh, that's right, Patty Cakes, you did. These guys are killing it. Also reminds me a little bit of the Saturday Night Live band vibe. It's just got that great bluesy vibe to it. I just got through. I didn't see your comment there, MP3. Identical. The bass player. God, I'm telling you, man, the engineering on this is fabulous for a live sound. Of course, what helps that is the musicians are fabulous. The guitar meandering, I love that. Oh, da, da, da. Is that a melody from the game? Da, da, da. Oh, that was badass. Listen to what the guitar's playing. Isn't that the melody from the game, Mario? You know what? I'm digging it when I'm doing the booger rolling fingers. People are dancing in the street too. It's great. Ooh, nice layers in the arrangements. Double time. Love the walking bass while we're cranking through this. That was Crush, and I know it said Super Mario Brothers, but because I don't have a lot of knowledge like you guys do, I didn't distill the fact that this at some point there would be something I recognized. But then that whole thing, the guitar was playing, all of a sudden I was going, wait, where do I know that? Why do I know that? All of a sudden, once I said it and I listened to the guitar, I was like, oh my God, I played this. That was, but wasn't that piece of music when something fun happened in the game, like it went into some kind of hyper cache collection mode or something? Like it went into like a faster hyper mode. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. I loved it. I love the band. I love the arrangements. And of course that little nuancy melodic thing in there. The engineering was great. Anybody who knows, you know what I'm saying? The engineer caught the performance phenomenally. Got to give props where the props are due. Next up, 1 a.m. bus. Oh, he outpennied everybody. But 1 a.m. you don't have to. What's the deal? You just guys. He's making us listen to some. Oh, more live music. Love that. Sorry if my clapping is like ASMRing your brains out or something like that. This is Mega Man 3. The name of the song is Proto Man Theme. It's a cover. You guys know what that is? I don't know. 1 a.m. is dropping it on us. He says, this is, I dedicate this to patty cakes. What? Oh, no. Sorry, I was just kidding. Love this. Good call, 1 a.m. Yeah, the tone of the piccolo is beautiful. Which is really nice because it has to stand out for the kind of engineering that's happening. Sounds like a little bit more of a room performance miking. Whereas the piccolo's getting the, front load of the mic. I like how the the camera that's focusing on it's hitting that low bottom end response. You hear this fuzzy, the boom boom. See how the camera distorts a little bit? What a.m. Mega Man. I take it it's a video game the way you guys are talking about it? Side scroll shooter. Okay. nice, the piano. And I love that small, like, baby grand sound of the piano with the closed hood. Because the tuning the way it is too is a little bit of an uprighty vibe. Bass player's just playing wonderfully. A lot of feeling too. If this is a game, though, was this a character theme or a very important part of it? I mean, it almost sounds the way it's written. I'm sure it's maybe rearranged as a cover, or was it an end? Oh, it's a character theme. Okay, thank you. Proto Man's, okay. Level music. Oh, I see. Also used as an ending song. Oh. Well done. Oh, look at I like that game handle controller thingy there on the artwork. Beautiful song. I mean, it definitely had. I mean, this because I've never heard it before, and I don't know if this was a particular arrangement for musicians to play, or if this was a piece of music that had a fade repeat point because it was in gameplay. But definitely makes sense as an end track. I love the sauntery vibe of the whole thing around the piccolo, and the piccolo worked phenomenal on this because the recording of it had a lot of warmer wooden tones to it. It had an essence, it had an effervescence of warmer tones to it. I guess just by virtue of how everything was mic'd and everything. So there was enough of that, so that the piccolo's range didn't pierce and didn't impede. So it was beautiful, it was sweet, it was light and fluffy. But that I thought that was really pretty. I hate to say it that way, 1 a.m. I thought it was just really pretty. I don't know if the character is a chill character in that capacity, or maybe that was a part in the game where that character with that particular track is very kind of like he's kicking back, smoking a blunt in between hitting boss fights or something like that. I noticed you guys were mentioning pegging again. I think, what? Oh, he has a conflicted past, so this is more of an emotional, like maybe pensive, No blunties? Okay, well. Anyhow, 1 a.m., thanks, man, for the many things that you do. Not only for me, for us, for the stream as well. Okay, next up, the driver 458. Excuse me. Is GB chokes and coughs on the bingo card too? Let's see. The driver 458 wants us to listen to a song called Draw Japan. The name of the band or the artist is The Horrors. And let me see. 2007. The first iPhone was unveiled. The world was the word hashtag was invented, and the world was about to enter the biggest recession. But that didn't matter to 8-year-old me, because my favorite game of all time was Need for Speed Pro Street. Just came out, and along with it, I have a doozy from the licensed soundtrack. So I have no idea what the band was on to come up with a somewhat horror-themed track about Japan, of all places. But the vibe does fit the high-octane racing that is featured in the game somehow. All I know is that the song did not grow on me as a child, but I've become to appreciate it more as time moved on. Ah, yes, because you marinated in it for a bit. Okay, let's do this. This is from the driver. Let's go. Very punky. All right, guys, who's this remind you of? Come on, throw it in there. Sounds like it'd make a killer video game. Yeah, very B-52s. Like right there, that's so B-52s-y. Just a lot more raunchier. Yeah, but this sounds a little more chunkier or raw, I think, than the B-52s. Dead Kennedy's a good one. Devo's another good one. Yeah, Black Flag. That single-keyed organ, though. I like this. This right here is a really cool sound. Definite Clash vibes. Yeah, Jappy definitely has that too. God, you gotta think about that. By the way, welcome. I fully dug that track. It was badass, and there was such a melding of so many different styles in there. But I found this one to be a little more like of the rawer, darker elements of it. Like it was unrefined production, but refined purposefully. I like the implements, the implementation of the opening, like two measures. Had that weird kind of synthy vibe that the keyboardist contrived or whatever. Wasn't the same as that single note organ kind of vibe, more of a percussive jazz organ that's distorted and all that, but definitely had all the elements and everything that is and was punk was punk from all the ones that we said, like the Clash and all that, and a more modern vibe. As a matter of fact, this was released 6 years ago. So but Driver's not here. I'm talking to him like he's here. I dug the track. This is actually a track you guys have actually turned me on to just enough punk where now I instead of listening to it as a composer, the genre really is like it works for me. Not that it didn't work before. Instead of just being, Dr. Dissect, the decomposer Dr. Dissects, Oh, that's kind of funny. The decomposer Dr. Dissects. Forget it. No, it's not going to be a shirt. That I'm actually, like, I listen to it now instead of trying to control, you know. I actually am digging the genre. But I also, you know, there was another bit of genre. I don't know if you guys remember, like, the Plimsolls and the King Bees. You guys remember those guys? You know, that's another kind of a flex on that part of the world that I was really enthralled with early for a minute. Anybody remember those guys? The Plimsolls? Yeah, and the King Bees, too. Remember the King Bees? Or is it me? I don't know. Was that the name of them? The King Bees. Oh, you know what? 1 a.m. I'm sorry. Somebody did cash in on the fart box, but I ran out of batteries on the fart box. So I owe you. I got to go buy the special little disc battery thingy, and I don't have enough gas to perpetrate that request. Yep. Refund or do a glaze check. Do a gas check. Instead of a rain check, we'll do a gas check. So, all right, let's continue on. Next up is Senor Rui. Senor Rui, how are you, my friend, Senor Rui? I don't know why I roll my R's when I say your name, but it's just cool. I just do, because I'm that guy. This is a movie from, the movie name is Gattaca. Gattaca? G-A-T-T-A. Cancelled. Gattaca. The name of the song is Departed. Oh, I can't talk. I'm done. Shut up. Quit making fun of me, guys. This has been a favorite of mine since it released, playing over the final bittersweet ending of the movie. This is one of the most beautiful, emotional songs I've ever heard. Hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Okay, Senor Rui, here we go. Stop laughing at me, you guys. God. Oh. I visualize like a sunset over a glassy lake sailing away, but with heaviness to it. Single boat, one person on it kind of vibe, or drifty in that capacity. In its most simplest form, it's very, very beautiful. You know if you know. Pulsing the piano, just holding the quarter notes, is kind of really, it's beautiful. The string arrangements are moving and stuff. That's the heavy. Just that pulsing on the quarters. Yeah, Aman, you and I are thinking the same. Can you hear the middle section of the strings that's saying? It's a very important part of the arrangements. Oh, that last, I like how the orchestrator composer kind of emphasized leaning a little bit on the very open string of the cello, the very low. I didn't hear double bass in there, I don't think. But I loved how it just built up, and it was, and when I mean simply beautiful, as I mean it in its literal form. The motion of the chords and stuff was very nice and very simple, very palatable, but the arrangements were very smooth. And they did what they're supposed to do. Movie music is supposed to make you feel in a different capacity than let's say you're listening to a piece of music on its own and let the theater of the mind going. Because a lot of times, and I'm almost pretty sure about this, if this is a piece for the film, it's already underneath a scene. And therefore it's tied into marrying the visual and the experience with the piece of music. But there were the nice, beautiful builds in it. And one of the ones I really like to lean in, both the ones I'm just going to repeat myself briefly, was just the chords when the piano came in, just holding the quarter notes. Bum, bum, bum. Just the pulse of the chordal work with the piano. And then that little, it was in the back, but that something, the arrangement was something like that, that the cellos were playing just lightly back there, adding a supportive kind of like that. You have the pulse, and you have the pulse of the piano and the quarters. You have the eighth notes that are going there, but it's kind of making you kind of like, if you were to stand up on that single boat in the lake, even though there's glassy water, you feel a little bit of that uneasiness in there. So, yeah, that's what I think about it. Next up, Jappy. Jappy is a new member here to us, and you are up right now, and so welcome. Let's see what we got going on here. This one here is called Fearofdark. The name of the song is Motorway. Thank you very much for your dough. Dough for your dough. Yo, man, thank you for your dough, bro. Fearofdark is a chiptune funk fusion composer. Used to be in some old gaming communities. That's how I know of him. He makes VGM, like soundtracks that are really nice. VGM. What is VGM? Let me know. Okay, Jeppy, welcome, and let's go. Are you here? Are you still here hanging out with us? Oh, there he is, right there. He said, hey, let's go. Ooh, there's something about that screen I recall. Oh, video game music. That distortion in the back gave me a little asteroid vibe. I love the pink noise in that. I like this. This is so like taking the chances with the older chiptune sounds. Oh. Ooh, this is nice. Jesus. This is really nice. It's as if the composer was like, watch what I can do with this. Yes, it definitely does have that 80s carry in it, SB. Like a Peter Cetera thing? Is it me or what? Does it have that kind of vibe? There it is. I love this. Kind of stepped away from the Peter Cetera a little bit though. Yeah, this is definitely beanbag chair worthy. Does have a little bit of that like late 70s fusion-esque, you know? Is some of the lead work that's happening there? Yeah, Garden, that's what I was saying. That's why it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Peter Cetera vibe, which I guess is the breakaway lead singer from Chicago. Twinkles in a little bit of the arpeggiation now and then. That little game noise. Something else gotta be. There it is. I was waiting for it. He's not gonna leave us hanging out there with that heartbreak, is he? Ooh, I got a little chicken skin on that. Wait, there's a few more chunks coming. How amazing was that, guys? Seriously. I don't know who this composer was, but what he essentially did is he took some of the most well-known chiptune kind of sounds and stuff and actually wrote an absolutely beautiful piece of music out of it. Obviously, in more of a modern-day composition, meaning using a DAW, and you know how he got a hold of these sounds and kept the authenticity of it was wonderful. But this composer, he or she, I don't know, I can't tell from the name, did such a phenomenal job, and it was very enriched in that, like when we were talking about more of that 80s style of composition. That kind of reminds me of the power base of compositions that actually a lot of the Asian composers, you know, used as a starting point, you know, with their compositions to be very moving. A lot of great chord changes going on there. I don't believe I actually heard a key change as much as I did just constant expanding on the melody. I love the engineering of it too. One of the things that made this really work for me was the engineering of it as well. You know, adding a little bit more of the reverby, delayed dynamics without getting overly muddy and stuff. It's like as if this composer was like doing a challenge where it was like, okay, I'm going to use this. You guys are telling me I need to use this, but I have multi-timbral uses. I don't run out of key space. You know, I only have 8 notes in a sec. You know, I can play and arrange. And he just wailed on it. You know, he did wonderful. But I will say that where my pull was coming was that nostalgic-y Chicago, Pito Cetera kind of movement, you know, without a doubt. So, yeah. Yeah, what time is it? It is, okay, I got time for one more. Okay, guys, remember, I got to leave at 3:30. Now I got to run to the pharmacy and pick up a little something I got to start taking tonight. And so, but that's around the corner, but I got to get up and do that. Excuse me. So I think I got time for one more here because I've already getting some traffic out there. I can see it from here, so stand by. Next up is what's happening in my throat is let's see, Great Sage Son, how are you? Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is a song or a band called Ad Infinitum. The song is Your Enemy. And one of my personal favorite bands who I finally saw live in November, while they have much more popular songs than this one, I chose this particular track because it showcases some skill in transitions. No doubt, while this is a live performance, it was streamed during COVID, so no crowds. All right, let's go. Beep beep, sorry. Yes, Parkal. I know, I'm dying. I ran out of water. Really super cool flammy on the kick work. Ooh, listen to that bass. Her voice really complements this track. Wow, 14th string. like that. So that the drummer? I don't know, SB. I think maybe it was the drummer. Oh, it's her? Wow. Yep. Is that 8 strings, yeah? I like what's going on back there. So they obviously balls it up a little bit with these extra arrangements in there. Light-handedly, but they're there. Super badass. I love the track. Now, of course, it says live, but obviously we heard some background vocals and things happening there, like a little bit of that, like more symphonic vibe, like at the, I think, like coming out of the hook. It was like a pre-verse, second verse or something. There was kind of that symphonic vibe with the keys a little thicker and stuff. And obviously, there's no keyboards there. And a couple times when the growling voice came in, because I think SB and I both went, "Where did that come from?" Because she was holding a melody. And then we heard it, and then of course then we saw her perform it. So this was, you know, probably a performance over stems and stuff like that, or a performance that was played, but just to a solid click track in the same positions, and then mixing the stuff in a little later or something like that. I love the tone of her voice in contrast to the tones of the band. And what I mean by that is the guitars, and a lot that has to do with that too, is the mixing of the guitars and the level, and the tones weren't overly gnarly, for lack of a better way of saying it. And so the pocketing of her vocals and the tone and the quality of her voice and her, you know, in her cleaner tone, just really complimented it well as when she did the growling. It's really unique on this particular listen. When I was listening to her, I can hear, even though she was growling, some of the tone of her cleaner voice in that. I don't know if it was me or if I'm just whatever I'm just, but I thought that was really I was really intrigued by that. So this sounded really good, and I was pumped that you brought it into the house. So, okay, guys, listen. I'm dipping out. Here's the deal. For those of you who are new and you have some money hanging out here, I always come back and finish this. I might actually come back in an hour as soon as I get back from what I've got to do. I might actually come back and reignite the stream. However, I don't know if that. I think they only send out one notice or something per 24 hours. There's a possibility I might come back in an hour or so and pump it back up, and we do some more donos and stuff. The more donos I get done today, then tomorrow I'll do some makeup, and then we can, you know, my last stream will be tomorrow, and then I can do a big run of cheese or something like that. So, and if you don't know what cheese is, then it's spinning a wheel of cheese. So, thank you, Dixon. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. All of you have been really kind about me taking this couple of breaks I had to do today when they called and stuff, but I'll be fine. I need to deal. I just need to deal, you know. So, excuse me. Sorry. What is that? I'll leave the channel open oh, okay. Okay, good deal. All right, guys, I'll be fine. I'll be good. I'm just going to go get me some fine drugs, and then I'm going to come back and, yeah, do my thing. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you. At very least, I'll see you tomorrow. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance that when I'm back from this, I come back on. Okay, guys? So, see you when I see you. Thank you all so far who's been hanging out in the donos. I'm blessed. I appreciate all you guys. I got my finger on the right button. I'm not going to let you guys get away with bingo.